Good evening, folks. This is Jana Espiritu Santo with Reconstructing Philosophy and Spirituality using the Trivium and Natural Law. Thanks for joining me. Tonight we're going to be talking about either or and both. Not and or and both. Just kidding. So beginning with either or, there are a couple of appropriate contexts I wanted to discuss. The first one being contradiction. With a contradiction, there's either or. Okay, contradiction, you can't have two opposites simultaneously exist in the same place, same regard, the same object, etc. For example, I can't be making this video and not be making this video at the same time. Secondly, we want to use either or when dealing with polarity. You want to choose love over fear. You can't be good and bad at the same time. Now turning to and both, we want to use and both when dealing with contraries. And contraries are different than a contradiction. Contraries are when there's a different aspect, but it's in a different place or different time of the same object. For example, two people are looking at an object, one person sees red and the other person sees blue. We discover that the object is red on one side and blue on the other side. Therefore, each individual has partial truth here. The other way you want to use and both is with gender, which is like polarity but different. Gender is the masculine and feminine aspects of things, or if you want to remove the sexiness, you can say active and passive. With gender, we want to use both. Both our left and right brains, our analytical and holistic types of thinking. We want to use both the heart, the feminine, and the mind, the masculine. We want to give and receive, etc. So it is really important that we use both of these in appropriate contexts, because if you do use and in both for a contradiction, you're upsetting the whole ground of reason and will go insane. If I think I'm making this video and not making this video at the same time, right here, right now, that's going to lead to suffering. Living in contradiction will lead to suffering. As well as trying to choose both of a polarity and choose both love and fear and be right and wrong at the same time, that's also going to bring some trouble. And then you don't want to use either or with contraries, because contraries, they offer partial truths. Like, multiple perspectives can offer partial truths, and you want to increase your knowledge to include those partial truths. So knowing the difference between contradiction and contrary is very important, which can be learned with the study of logic. And then with gender, you don't want to choose either or, you want to choose both. Otherwise, either or will lead to imbalance, if you're too dominant on one side or the other. And this also leads to the master-slave, the victim, and the aggressor type dynamics, which are very unhealthy. So, yes, I hope you enjoyed this one. So either or and both. We need to use both in their appropriate contexts to lead to clarity, knowledge, and freedom, all coming from love, of course. Love you. Bye.